DJ Wepa in the house.
Already. DJ Wepa.
DJ Wepa. This is DJ Wepa.
Una cumbia de Santa.
Cumbia del Lo, Eduardo Lo.
What's cracking?
Who knows how to do the Wepa dance?
Who's in the building? I think Gabe's in the building. Gabe's in the building today.
Gabe might be in the building. I don't know, man. It sounds familiar.
He was on a hiatus. That dude was on a hiatus. I don't know what the fuck happened to that guy.
He said he don't know what the fuck happened to.
Gabe's back.
They cloned Tyrone. They cloned
Gabriel.
This is how good AI is now. They got MI, Mexican intelligence.
Yeah, it's fucking. We couldn't get our actual Gabe. We had to build an AI Gabe. So we got the AI Gabe here.
This one smiles all the time.
What happened?
It's the clone version.
It's the clone version? Look at he can even drink water. What's good, everybody? Welcome to RaiderNationLive. I'm your host, Love, Coach Gravy here. And a special guest appearance. Raider Game 420. He's in the building.
Yes, sir.
This is AI. This is AI right there.
This is AI.
Oh, the crowd goes wild. Oh, shit.
The crowd goes wild.
Good to have you back, Gabe. Good to have you back, dude. We were thinking that
bro. You can't be leaving me over here with this guy. Like
I know that shit. I don't know. You guys probably were going at each other. You're going at each other's throat. I heard.
Nah, you're a little bit.
Oh shit! I'm gonna have to figure out how this AI guy can smoke real quick.
Hey, there's all kinds of stuff that you can do with AI nowadays. Nah, hold on, I'm trying to pull something up real quick.
You can drink all you want, and you don't even have to take a piss.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's not even water; it's just oil. You know, just the fucking
oil. It's just oil. He said just
all
oil.
The joints, like lubricated.
Keep the battery charged up, Gabe. Keep that battery charged up so you don't miss out.
I'm charged up right now. What are you talking about, dog? I had that.
All the way.
Those Tesla superchargers.
What do you do? The Wepa?
The
Wepa dance. I'm fucking.
How you been, bro? What's up, man?
Last Sunday.
I think it was your brother's birthday, right? Or Thursday or something like that, right? So so I figured that you were.
And then Sunday I was fucked up. Sunday was just that was my bad. I thought it was Saturday and shit. That's how fucked up I was.
Yeah, enjoying the weekend, huh?
Yeah, that fucking Labor Day week. I mean Memorial Day. See, I don't even know what weekend it was. Memorial Day weekend and shit.
Labor Day done passed a long time ago.
Yeah.
You already had that day off, bro.
For real.
Yeah, I mean, how'd you even get that day off? Like, I don't get it. No, I'm playing. Anyways, welcome to RaiderNationLive, man. Like I said, I'm your host, Dirty Low. We got Coach Gravy, we got Ready to Get 420. We always tell you guys around these parties, be thankful for what you do got, what you don't, and don't drink and drive. I'm going to get to the chat real quick, and I'm going to roll up, and then we're going to have a special guest that should be pulling up shortly. And we're going to be just chopping it up, man. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. My weekend was a little crazy, but just bar fights, bro. Fucking bar fights. Bar fights, bro. Yeah. My cumbia mix, man. My cumbia mix fucking got them all riled up.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you over there, Tanger, bro. That's a great.
It's a great farm
neighborhood. It's a wholesome community.
Supposed to be. We need to the chat real quick, man. Shout out Robert Penny in the building. Joseph, what's up, bro? What's good, everybody? Looking forward to everybody. What's up, bro? Appreciate that. My opinion in the building. House Junkies. Solomon in the building. What up, Sean? What up? Put the bong down, Gabe. What up, guys? Hopefully having a good one. Rebel, what's going on, bro? Salute to you. Hopefully having a good one. Who's going to the first highlight game against the Chargers? We all are. We're all going. We're all going. Kev, Mob, what's going on, brother? Salute to you, man. Hopefully you're having a good one, bro. Waiting for I sent you that real quick, so you can pull up here in a second. Tony Ortega, what's going on, bro? Salute to you, man. Soul in the building. What up? Who else? Raider Ryan in the building. Al Gabe is not smoking on anything. There you go. Shit. John Al Bankhead, what's up, bro? Salute to you, man. Milka Beezy in the building. Raider Mania. That is the Eventbrite. If you look right there in the chat, right at the top, Raider Nation Explosion is happening this Saturday. Next Saturday, pulling up on the 8th, man. There's the Eventbrite league right there. It's tagged right there. If you guys want to make it, it's in Madera, California. It's gonna be pretty fire, bro.
This weekend, bro. This weekend.
And then, I know Gabe's gonna be out of town, so he's not gonna be able to make it. So the 3-0 won't be there. Where you going? You vacationing? You just doing all kinds of stuff, huh?
Who, me?
Yeah, just out just living your life, huh? Just living my best life.
Vacation again?
Yeah.
Nah, starting in summer, every fucking weekend is like a fucking either, especially this week, this year, either a graduation, a birthday party, or a fucking something, dog. It's like all fucking summer is like every fucking weekend over and over. Like, damn.
Yep. Let me finish getting to the chat real quick. We're chopping it up. Wild Turkey in the building. Milka Beezy in the building. D Mokes, what's going on with you, bro? Tony's showing some more love. SoCal Sal in the building, and we're caught up. Let's go. So we had a bar fight last Thursday night because Al Gabe was not smoking out. Yeah, bro. I guarantee it, bro. It's SoCal, what up? All right, man. What's up, guys? So, my weekend was fucking cool. Kind of got a little crazy after the fact, but just, it was a good old chick fight. Just small community of it wasn't the good fight to where things happen. It was just pulling hair and shit like that. I didn't see Anyways,
man, I used to love it when girls used to give a fight at bars, man. I used to love it.
Why is that?
Free titty,
That's what I do. What I'm saying. You get no TA, bro.
And then hair all over the place. You just see them grab hair, spin each other around and shit.
Earrings all over the place. Yep. Says Raider Ryan says, I miss the good old days of the bar fights with pool sticks and bar stools, knuckle up. Now it's knives and guns. Anyways, great time to be sitting here on Jimmy G's Money Raiders. Let's go, bro. Salute to you, man. That was a good one. Shit, June
1st.
Yeah. Raiders and Dolphins, what's up, bro? Raider Dolphin, what's up? Raider Travis, what's going on, bro? Salute to you, man. I'll see you this Saturday, man. Hopefully you're having a good one, bro.
Raider Travis, I'm gonna holler at you, man. I see you everywhere, and I never hollered at you. So that's so inconsiderate of me, bro. You're a big part of the Raider Nation. I'll make a point to introduce myself to you, bro.
Well, I remember the first time I seen Raider Travis, it was at a function downtown Fresno. I seen him. I was like, hey, I'm gonna go talk to him. I went. That boy was gone. He was just gone. And I remember he even said, yeah, I'm always on the move, man. So it is what it is. Anonymous Raiderette, what's up? Hopefully you're having a good one. Who else in the building? Yeah. Not the free Just Raider Ryan, Coach Gravy, free titty shots. Yep. Pretty much.
You know it. It.
Well, I mean, my night got interesting after the fact because I went to my old stomping grounds, bro. I was invited.
Well, you had you was at the strippies. All right, so that's no. See, there's a difference of paying for the titty or free titty on the.
I did not pay a goddamn thing. I don't pay when I go to. No, I don't do that. I do not do that, sirs. And whoever else is here, yeah, I've never paid for a lap dance. I've only worked at strip clubs, so yeah. But yeah, so it was just nice to, I almost seen some and then I seen some.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah, Gabe has to do that. He ain't been married long enough or whatever.
I plead the fifth.
He been married long enough. Once you get 15, 20, titty, they hear titty, all right, whatever. They don't care.
Okay, we'll just do that for. We'll just move on. Let's move on.
You talk about for titty. Let's go. I'm down.
Any word on Miller's injury? Hey, I did hear that there was a little bit of a rumor that I heard. Man, it's kind of crazy. It's about our tight end Powers, bro. Bowers. I apologize. You haven't heard about this? So a lot of people didn't know why he didn't go last year, the 1 year before, because a lot of people were having issues with his 6th toe.
That's good for me. I like the 6th toe. More balance.
Yeah, that's
make
what
him faster.
He had to get they were thinking about doing the operation, but it just made him a little bit faster. But yeah, so like if you guys don't know, man,
made him fast.
Made him faster swimming.
Best receiver.
He can swim like a motherfucker. He's got a swim team at Georgia, bro. He be doing lapping. He be lapping.
A little flapper.
Yeah,
that's really gonna work. I would think that the only thing that shit could work out is maybe an extra fucking wider foot because for fucking a little bit more balance. But that's about it. I don't think help
my man.
I know my little nephew was born with 6 fingers on each hand.
Oh, was he?
But they took him off. They took the extra fingers off at birth.
Should have let him play the piano, man. He be doing shit.
Oh, they weren't functional though.
Horseman,
those extra fingers weren't functional.
So, okay, but no, Brock Bowers apparently has a extra toe.
But you can't even tell now. You wouldn't even be able to tell that he had 6 fingers. Man, he's a regular little nephew.
Dang, well,
all right, he has a 6th toe. So what does that have to do with?
Well, the thing is that like from what I was told by my inside source is that he, the bare foot like shoes like where it has all the individual toes. You know what I mean? He had to wear one of those, bro, like under the cleat. But I mean, it was from Mike Guerrero that told me about this, so I don't know if it was the truth or not. But that's my inside source.
You believe Mike Guerrero, bro? You believe Mike Guerrero?
Some extra toes and fingers grow with they're born but with bone in it. Some of them are not. Some of them are just flap. It's like flap basically was gonna be a finger or a toe or whatever. They cut those off right away, but if you have a bone in it, then it's a different story. You know what I mean? You have to cut off a bone.
Yeah, I just you know what I mean. I just heard that from Mike Guerrero, bro. That's a very reliable source, bro. It was him, and I think his agent, Mr. Took Your Soul. It was those guys. They said this is the newest thing off the hotline, bro. So a lot of people don't know about it, bro.
The COD mob came up with the 6th toe.
We're trying to start a rumor to see how far it gets. Watch everybody else start. Hey, you know what?
Next thing you know, everyone's gonna be talking about Bauer's 6th toe. They'll get X-rays and shit. And ask some questions at the podium. You got a 6th toe? You got web feet? Just one web foot?
He has one web foot. Fuck.
That's just crazy though.
No, y'all, we're just talking shit, bro. I'm just talking shit. Fucking Bowers does it.
And then you started out saying the reason why he stayed another year because he had a 6th toe. What the fuck
I just fucking freestyled that shit right now, dog. I just really did.
You got 2 stories going at the same time. I was interested in one, and then when you said 6th toe, I was like, all right.
Hey, but I got you in though. See, I hooked you in and got you involved in the story. See,
And then you said Mike Guerrero, told me this. I go, oh, that all right. Now I understand the fantasy land part of it.
I just think that he stood an extra year because he was just that good. He was only a sophomore. You know what I mean? He wanted to play an extra year, junior. You know what I mean? So I think that's what because he played as a true freshman.
There you go.
True freshman. He's still a young dude. So I think that's. Yeah, it was just, he could have went last year and shit like that, but I think he got. I mean, the scary thing is that the thing that a lot of people say, could happen to you if you don't come out when you are supposed to come out. It could have been a lot worse for him because he did get hurt at the end of the season. You know what I mean? It could have been a lot worse. He could have tore a fucking ACL or whatever like that. The year before he was a lock, first rounder, but. Luckily he did it. You know what I mean? I like players like that don't have that kind of in mind. You know what I mean? They're not worried about shit. I'm gonna get injured. I could get injured. That's already a mindset you're not supposed to have anyway. You're supposed to just go out there and shit happens. Shit happens. But not having the mindset of I'm not gonna play this year because I might get hurt or something like that. Then if that's the case, then just go for the draft or something like that. And I like his decision. He went back and he played. Yeah, he got hurt, but. He still balled out. He's still the best tight end in the nation, hands down. So either way, I think it's he made the right decision. You know what I mean? He was still not a top 10 pick, but shit, he's a first round pick and he dropped to us. So fuck it. I like it.
That was like what Wild Turkey was saying right now, bro. That's what he's saying. He goes, that turf toe is on the 6th toe, bro. Like shit, that's like Darren Waller all over again, dog. Shout out Darren Waller and his new music, bro. That shit was fire. You ever heard Darren Waller's new song, bro? Go check it out, bro. That shit's fire.
I heard it on mute.
Yeah.
That's what everybody.
I heard it on mute.
That's what everybody's talking about.
I wish I could play it, bro. I wish I could play it, bro, because I can't though.
This shit's so weird. That shit's so weak. YouTube won't even ban you. Turn your channel off.
Hey, the video was shot well. The video was shot well, so I heard it on mute.
The production was pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The video was shot well. He has money, so yeah. So I was like, fuck it. On mute is pretty good.
Oh shit! Check this out. If you ain't doing shit on the 15th, pop out to Visalia. I'm performing that night, bro. I will be there. I will get with you right now. Trying to go to YouTube. Okay. Give me a quick second, bro. I'm gonna get our guest on here. You guys go to bullshit. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I kind of know when as soon as fucking. They got married. That shit wasn't gonna last, especially when he got traded, dog. All the way to New York, and she's playing in Vegas. Oh no!
I thought it might work, but he doesn't think well, bro. He's like out of it. You know what I mean?
He's depressed again. No, he looks like it. That's what he looks like. He looks like he fucking not in like the right mind again or something. I don't know, but it's just from outside looking in. But he could be good. He could be good, but don't look good though. That's for sure. But making songs like that when you already have a history of like that depression bullshit and all that shit, like, damn, somebody better keep an eye on Waller. That's for sure.
I'm wasting my energy with talking about Waller, bro.
Somebody better be keeping an eye on him over there in New York. That's all I know. That boy going down bad.
Well, that's what they were saying. They're saying that CT was yeah, bro. That was even kind of better than this fucking song, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, but shit, yeah. I don't know, man. I just thought it would just goof off a little bit and shit. So our guest guy here, you guys seen him on our show? Maybe I think this is gonna be the second time he's been on. He was one of the guys that actually puts on the whole show with Raider Nation Live. I mean, with the Raider Nation Explosion. It's going on his 5th year. Here. And yeah, there's a bunch of other people that are involved in it. You see him at Raider games and stuff like that. If you don't follow him on IG, go to follow him. And without further ado, we got my boss in the building. What up, bro? What's going on, man?
What's up, family? What's good, man? I appreciate y'all, man.
Of course, man. How you been? How you been, bro?
I've been good, man. It's been busy as hell, but other than that, man, things is good, man. I can't complain.
There you go. Yeah, you having a little problem getting on right now?
Yeah, well, look, man, I'm gonna tell you, right? I'm a warehouse guy, right? I've been managing warehouses for over 20 years, bro. I don't fuck around with this internet shit all other than that shit y'all see me post on IG. So, I'm a little out of touch, right? I'm a little out of touch. So forgive me for being slow, all right?
Nah, it's nothing, bro. It's nothing. Yeah, man.
I like that energy already, bro. Shoot.
Hey, bro, you get it, man. That's that over 50 shit.
Exactly, bro. You 70s, baby. If you're 70s, baby, you don't give a shit about this internet.
Yeah,
I have to learn.
You get it. You get it. Yeah, I'm slow, man. My kids help me to even keep the IG going right. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. But I'm here though. I'm here, man. And Gravy, I just want you to know, I told Lo the other day when I talked to him, man. You guys' camaraderie and energy on this shit is impeccable, man. You guys are just hilarious, and you work well together, man. You give good content and good commentary, and Gravy, you say a lot of the shit I want to say, but I feel like sometimes I can't say in public, because people, oh, my boss ain't right. So I appreciate you putting some of that stuff out there, man, and I back you on a lot of this shit.
All right, man. I got another one. The 2 of us.
Damn.
2 or 3 of
Yeah,
us.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
You sucked me in last Sunday,
Thank you, Mama.
man. Last Sunday, you sucked me in. I was like, oh, man, this is my dude right here.
See, it does work. It does work.
It does work. It does work.
People think like me, guys. People think like me too. You know?
Nah, see, like now, like I don't even know if I want to go to the explosion now, like because you got yeah, these guys together.
I'll be there.
I'm cool.
I'll be there, bro.
No.
I'll be there.
I'm gonna start some trouble and shit.
No, it's gonna be lovely, man. We're gonna have a blast. We're gonna have a great time, man. I'm glad you guys are gonna be a part of this thing, man. Like I said, man, you guys always support, and I want to show my love back for all that you guys do for not just the explosion, but for the nation in general, man, because these podcasts bring out a lot of information that other people don't have time to dig for, you understand? And so bringing information to the nation and keeping them uptight on what's going on with our team and all that kind of stuff is good stuff, man. So I appreciate what you guys are doing, and I'm glad you guys are going to be a part of the explosion.
Yeah, shit. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I know Gabe's the only one that's not gonna be able to make it. He's going. Gabe, when the summer comes, he's gone. He's traveling. He's in Costa Rica.
We gotta fix something for that, Gabe, because you gotta be there too sometime.
Yeah, for sure. Like I was in Bakersfield 3 weeks ago, but it was that's
summer kickoff at the summer kickoff. Yeah, shout out to
for sure. Making myself up north more, shit like that too, stuff like that, more events and shit like that too, for sure, man. Because especially with the podcast stuff like that, sometimes it's just cool, just to be out there, just with the guys, with all the people that we, it's good to see everybody, in flesh. You know what I mean? It's just a good vibes all the time. So for sure, gonna start making out. It's just this weekend, that show was a crazy little shit.
Every time I go places, they go, "Where Gabe at? Where's Gabe?
Graduation and
that's the real question. Everybody says, "Where's Gabe? Where's Gabe? Where's Gabe?"
I'm on the show. You guys don't remember me? I'm on the show.
We're gonna get some shirts, and in the back it says, "Where's Gabe at?"
Yeah, where's Gabe at?
He's gonna have him on a milk poster. Just
a milk cart. This guy.
If you've seen this guy, return here.
Yeah.
If he seems afraid, give him some weed. He'll come to you.
We'll have a whole bunch of people following for that, though.
Oh yeah.
But for sure, though, I'm gonna be making it to quite a handful of games this year, though. For sure, sure. That's for sure. We're gonna be at a lot of games.
We gotta link up, bro. We gotta link up somewhere.
So I know I'm gonna be both LA games. I'm gonna be in New Orleans. I know I'm going to at least like 2 or 3 Vegas games. So there'll be a cool amount of games that we'll be going to this year for sure.
Cool. Yeah. Cool.
Gabe got it like that. Gabe got it like that.
He's a boss. He's a big time. He can do it like
that. It's only Raiders. No, I don't do anything else.
I get it, man. I get it.
No time shares that.
My wife only allows me to have one hobby, and that's the Raiders. And she said you can't even afford to do nothing else. So,
for reals, man. You're lying.
Baseball? Nah.
But it's worth it, man. I say it's worth it, man, because that's why I choose it. That's why I choose to keep doing it, because, man, just the the relationships you build, the fucking just the passion you have for the team is just it's a different level, man, than anything else. Man.
It's in the blood. It's in the DNA. It's what it is. Once you get a dose of it, you can't get away from it, man, and you can't wait to get back to it. So, man, that's my biggest drug right there is in fucking Raiders, man.
Yeah, for
sure. My boss, a question for you from the panel. What's your expectations and your vision for this team? What we did in the offseason, or free agency, draft? In a nutshell, give us what your overall thinking is, because I know we're gonna be busy this week and just we could talk individually, but give us your take on it, because I think people want to know.
I honestly believe we did well in the draft. A lot of people are shaky about, we went and got another receiver, blah 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 blah, another tight end, all this. I think we did well. That was the best thing on the board for us at the time. Hold on a second. Let me put some light in here. It was the best thing on the board for us at the time, and we took it. Some of the off-season pickups that we got, man, I think strengthened our whole core of our team, man. So, honestly, once again, the Raiders look good on paper. It's just a matter of how we're going to gel on the field. We could speculate with all the good things that we see and say, we're going to have, this 10-game win season, 11-game win season, and it doesn't pan out that way. So until I can physically see them on the field together, I'm optimistic. I'm as it looks on paper, man. I'm damn near looking for the second round, if not further, into the playoffs. But that's on paper. So until we really see it, but I'm open. I'm optimistic that we're gonna have an incredible season. I'm excited for it. Like I said, all the moves that we made in the offseason from the draft on, we've done well. We've made smart decisions as far as I'm concerned. So I wouldn't expect us not to do anything less than at least be in the playoffs, if nothing else. That's what I would expect.
Great. Your quarterback choice, bro.
That's what I was going to ask. That's going to be
my bad. Go ahead.
Quarterback choice is going to be, and it's going to be a battle no matter what people say. O'Connell, in some ways, has earned the right to be the starter, but then you bring in Minshew, and Minshew is a proved player. He's strong, man. So I think that is going to be one hell of a quarterback battle, and going into OTAs and going into preseason and whatnot. That's going to be a battle, man. So O'Connell better be on his shit. He better be on his shit because Minshew he's a good, solid quarterback, man. And it almost kind of scared me in a bit when we didn't take a quarterback, or we got ousted out of the quarterback we wanted, and we ended up here. Okay, take this, this guy who. The Colts don't want him no more, so here we go picking up another loose guy. You know what I mean? We've done that so many times, but Minshew's proven. He's proven, so it's going to be tough, man. And the way I see it with all the pickups of the wide receivers that we got, the new tight end and so on, we're building up our receiving core, so that means somebody's going to be throwing the ball a whole lot. That's what it's telling me. And, they're already saying Zeus is not rated in the top 10 running backs in the league for whatever reason, but he's not. And so if we didn't really do anything to build up our backfield, so to me, it looks like we're going to run the ball less. We're going to throw the ball more. That's what I'm seeing. I could be totally off base, but that's what I'm seeing. And so whichever one of those guys is going to sling the ball and be the most accurate and make plays happen, that's the guy that's going to win the job.
Yeah.
See, I don't know if you guys know this, but we were the 32nd ranked running back room,
and also quarterback room 28th or 30th.
Yeah. They're
we're
not
dead last in running back.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Because honestly, I think Zeus stepped up big time last year, and I think he deserves a little bit more credit than what he's getting, especially being thrown in the position he was thrown into last year and still be able to produce. Give that man his respect.
I like Zeus. I like Zeus.
Go ahead. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that Zeus won a college championship, and he was a part of it. You know what I mean?
Yes,
so he.
I think because I was one of the persons that were kind of like very hard on him too the first year too, because I was one of the guys saying they had no vision because he was running into the back of one of his guys and shit like that. But I just think like he's I mean, obviously what you want to see is growth, and it is a small sample size. I will say that. I do agree with that to a certain point when people, but in this league, bro, when like, I think you can see like when you feel more comfortable with guys that you probably have more of a like of a personal relationship with kind of thing. Like you can see like every single one of these players had a better relationship with their head coach after what's his name was gone. So you know what I mean? So it's like that's a big time thing that not a lot of people take into account sometimes when guys are struggling, and shit like that. And I just think the way he ended the year, I that's why I've always been saying I think he deserves a shot to at least show us that that small sample size can really turn into a good player, that I think is going to hit that K, at least the K mark this year, dog. That 1K mark this year.
It's possible because he's got pretty much he's got the ball in the backfield game. There's nobody else there, so it's gonna be him.
Yeah, it's gonna. I mean, pretty much
it's gonna be him. So he's gonna have to. He's gonna have to.
I've been saying.
I think he has something to prove. With them ranking him 32. I think that's good actually. I like that they're ranking him 32. To be honest, because they ain't gonna give us love either way, ever. You know what I mean? They're never gonna give us love no matter what in the media either way. So, like that's for me, that I love that shit. Fuel. Yeah, that's
play the underdog role, underestimate us, so that when we come out, nobody's worried about us, and we come and just whoop your ass. So,
because last year, you remember last year coming into the league, it was a totally different shit. Like, guys were stacking the box because we had the number one rusher the year before. You know what I mean? So it's like now, I don't think it's going to be that way. Where it's going to be. I think it's going to be the offensive line is obviously improved, and I just think it's going to be an easier time than even the end of last year. I think it's going to be an easier time, like a more successful even at the beginning of the year for Zamir, just because I think the offensive line's better. You know what I mean? And I think that they're more experienced. They're going to have one more year, under, a lot of these guys that are still here are going to be playing, you know what I mean, again under, with the same, basically, I know a different coaching style, but it's just, they're cohesive, at least with each other. You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. I like what Zamir's going to bring to this team this year. I think he's got something to prove, especially with them ranking him that low.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I like it. I'm excited.
Yeah, I said a long time ago when we were all like hoping and pushing the issue for like, let's go get fucking Jaden Daniels. Man, we're gonna go get Jaden Daniels. And me and Gabe were all for it. And Gravy kind of had to bring us back down like to earth. But it's like I also made a big statement. It's like, don't be surprised if AOC starts. And now it's kind of looking like that. But you got to realize Gardner Minshew being involved too. Like he did beat us, and he did beat this defense, even with Max Crosby all in his face all fucking day long. So I think AOC is going to actually he's going to grow with having that kind of backfield there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Gardner Minshew, and then just a second year going into a playbook that they can basically tailor to him. You know what I mean? And then have everybody else kind of fall in line and stuff like that, because you have to put the playbook behind the main guy. You know what I mean? And that's what it really, really comes down to. And anybody else is going to have to follow suit. So I think with AP just having that confidence in him. And then if you watch the Rush podcast, bro, he's smart. He thinks. He looks at everything. He might overthink. So I think that's where kind of one of his weaknesses, because he's trying to be too analytical or too perfect. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just got to play. I think that's kind of like why he held the ball and stuff like that. I haven't really said that, but I mean, just looking at it, that's what I'm thinking. So, I mean, it's going to be a good. I'm interested, bro. I'm just ready to fucking go. I'm just
it's going to be good to watch. It's going to be good to watch. It's going to be like I said, a great quarterback battle to see who's going to end up being our starter. But either way, man, I think we're in good shape with either quarterback. I think we're going to do just fine, man. It's just a matter of, like I say, the additions that we had to the offensive line and everybody holding up. It doesn't matter who's back there. You understand? If they make good decisions and they get the ball out quick, it really ain't gonna matter which one of them it is. It'll be successful. So we'll see. I'm ready.
Yep.
For sure, man. I like a rookie guy, to be honest, too. I know I wasn't here last week. I heard something about they were talking about Lobby. I like Lobby, man. I don't know. I think he's gonna play a big time role in our third down. You know, like that shit. Because the way I see him, dog, and then just looking at more film, like even him at the Senior Bowl when he was outplaying like guys that were supposed to be third, fourth rounders in this league, dog. Like he was fucking smoking them at the Senior Bowl, dog. Like I think Lobby is just maybe played at a lower division school, but he showed when he got to the Senior Bowl, he belongs with all of those guys that were getting drafted, because he was schooling them, dog, with every route. If you look at that Senior Bowl, that's where you can see that. Okay, he might not play with maybe guys that are supposedly, going to be standouts every day. You know what I mean? Playing at fucking, where did he play at in fucking New Hampshire? Fucking, so it's
Delaware.
But no, that was fucking Flacco. But I think at the Senior Bowl is kind of where he kind of opened my eyes. I think he's going to be good. Route wise, I think he's good, and he's bigger than a lot of people think. You know what I mean? He like when you see him out there, he like, especially when you see him out there with other guys, like he's a bigger back. I thought he was way smaller than he is, dog, but he's bigger than people think. Because 210 as a running back, I like that size.
My, 210. My opinion says.
What he says? He's a straight dog. He's a dog.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
He's a dog.
Here we go again.
Before they even done nothing.
You gonna call him a god? Call him a dog before he puts a cleat. Before he puts a cleat on the grass, he's a dog already.
But somebody with like that young with receding hairline, ready to rock and roll, looks like he's just been putting to work. Don't care about his hair, bro.
Might be a lot of shit. You've been through a lot of shit.
He's been through a lot of shit. No hairline.
That's probably a grown ass man right there. He's probably a grown ass 32-year-old man already, bro.
He's 32 years old. He already has one grandkid on the way.
Right.
This is what I think. It's like, all right, we got this kid. We're talking about him a lot. But, I'm hearing that he's going to beat out Madison and Luby's going to do this and that. Yeah. I go, hey, I like Abdullah, and they're pertaining this guy beating out Abdullah, to do so. Don't see the guy, and what did I said on Chris's show when I was on Chris? The dude can't block linebackers or defensive ends or at the line of scrimmage to protect your quarterback. If you cannot do that, you ain't gonna play. You ain't gonna make it in the NFL.
Yeah.
Now, can he do that against New Hampshire guys that they're playing against? Yes, but man, if these middle linebackers are running through the line, or you do, if they're like in practice, Max does a twist and goes inside, and this dude has a block. What do you think is gonna happen, bro?
Lobby can block those linebackers up. He has the linebacker mentality. That's why I like that dude.
Confident in this guy. He's running in New Hampshire, game. Hey, come on, bro. Hey,
that don't mean nothing to me, dog. What means to me is what I've seen on the field and even in OTAs. He's showing that he belongs out there.
The field? What are you seeing? Because I ain't seeing it, bro.
I've seen it. I know I'm seeing it. I can see him.
Little clippings.
He runs routes. He runs crisp routes.
Little clippings of him running routes by himself, bro, with no coverage. Oh, he's badass. He's a dog now. You can run against the air.
Hey, you don't see second, third round picks even doing those type of routes. So at this point, at this point, I'm going to go with Lobby over what you're telling me, because what I'm seeing is telling me different than what you're telling me. So at this point, I'm going to go with what I'm seeing.
Just like sincere,
I'm going to go with what I'm seeing. And I see a good running back.
So, Cool Kev said that Gravy's discriminating based on geographical location, bro. That's pretty bad.
He lives by New Hampshire.
It's like they don't make it an emphasis. I don't think coaches are going to make it an emphasis. Why haven't they said any other names? Like why are they making an emphasis to say that he's doing good in OTAs? Why aren't they saying that other guys are doing so good? Why is it the emphasis on him though? Why are they making so much of a big deal about him becoming or like being
because
good at
everybody else is? Because everybody else is.
No, even AP. There's the reason why, because they're seeing what I'm seeing. Obviously, what I'm seeing too. I don't know what you're seeing, but that's what I'm seeing too. I'm agreeing with them because I'm seeing the same thing.
Pyro, what up?
I'm seeing the normal rookie on OTAs doing the same shit that every running back.
I don't see a normal 6th round pick. That's for sure. I see him better than a lot of these dudes that were picked ahead of him.
And then we're fighting over this guy backing up, taking Abdullah's job. Isn't Abdullah
he's the fucking Raider.
Well, is he the third running back on our team? If he was that good, he'll be talking about him taking over Zeus. That's what I want.
That's going to be eventually.
I don't want to back up.
That's eventually.
He's going to take Abdullah's job.
Hey,
he's going to take Abdullah's job.
So why is it going to be? That's a good problem to have. That's a good problem to have. If Zamir balls out and he's balling out, that's a good problem to have.
Yes, but
that's a good problem to have. Why can't they both ball out? Why can't they both ball out? That's the thing. You're seeing it as one guy needs to ball out, one guy needs to be the star. They can both ball out on the team.
Ball out? We should be rooting for Madison or back up the ball out.
Because Madison is a dude that was he's just signed as a fill-in. That's the reason why they even drafted a running back in the 6th round. They're not depending on Madison. Madison's not a guy that they're depending on.
Well, they ain't depending on Luby either.
They are, because obviously they're making a big deal about him over Madison.
Pick him in the 6th round. Don't you think if they were really worried about that?
What?
They were doing
what
me and you agreed about. Well, me and you agreed
running
about
back for Pick High, though?
Was that we got to get somebody in the third or second round as a running back.
But nobody was being taken in those rounds.
I know that, but I would.
And I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say Luby was on my fucking radar the whole time. He wasn't. But now looking at it after he's drafted and actually going in and seeing what he has done, and even in his division, even if you want to call it a weak division at New Hampshire or whatever, he led that whole division 2 years in a row for all-purpose yards. That whatever division you're in, that's not an easy thing to do. And then to go to the Senior Bowl and outplay guys that are going to be supposedly for sure drafted ahead of you, that's another eye opener for me. You know, it's just his size. I thought he was smaller than he was, and now looking at him now them talking about him at OTAs. For me, he's just a player that I don't see no downside. As of right now, I don't see no downside in that pick.
What does Mob think? What you think, Mob? See, this is exactly what you're talking about. How you watch our shows?
Right. Well, look, man, Gabe. We gotta be excited about him regardless because he wears a shield on his helmet. You understand what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
But again, until that man gets on the field and show me something, hey man, we just seen a lot of highlights of a lot of people that seem great in college. And then when they get to the NFL and get smacked in the mouth one good time, it don't look that good. So
I know I'm just alluding.
I'm rooting for the guy. I'm rooting for him to do well, but you got to prove it to me. You got and I think that's really when he gets down to it. I think that's all what Gravy's saying. Not saying that he's a bad guy or we made a bad pick or a bad choice and that he's not doing well. What he's saying is until you put him on the field and get smacked in the mouth one good time and he gets up and comes at you again, we got to let him prove himself. We can't just go off of what happened and what's being said in OTAs because a lot of the shit that comes out of OTAs is bullshit. You hear it every year. Oh, this guy is doing this, blah, blah, blah. And then when you get on the field, everybody's ready to chop the guy's head off. Mm-hmm. So we got to root for him because he wears a shield, but he's got to prove it to us that he earned the shield. How about that?
For sure. No, I totally agree with that. The only thing I'm saying is that I'm not gonna knock what school he went to. You know what I mean? The school that he went to, that don't make that. I don't knock any school that he went to as long as if you go and show me on the field, like the Senior Bowl. The Senior Bowl was big to me because that's where guys are going out there to show, hey, I wanna up my stock in the draft, or I want to show that I'm better than this guy that's supposedly a couple of spots around the head of me or something like that. Oh, they want to choose this guy around the head of me. Let me show that I'm gonna beat him on the field. And when he was out on that field, he was outplaying those guys. You know what I mean? So like that's the type of thing that I want to see. You know what I mean? And those are the type of things that I want to see.
And let's hope he produces exactly those things. You know what I mean? That's all.
Would you think different of him if he was a free agent?
Maybe it might be a little.
I would, for the simple fact is that we'll actually have some fucking tape on him, see where he was at. He's not a free agent.
What's the difference between
a 6th rounder and the NFL speed?
One round.
You want to see him at an NFL speed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah.
That's
what I'm talking about.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
so
I'm not saying that.
See that? I mean, you know, it is what it is. Like I said, we can root for the guy and hope for the best, but until we see him at NFL speed and getting smacked around, we won't know for sure.
Yeah, no, because I was going back to the fact, like, I honestly, for sure, I do think that this is Zamir's year, like, and that's what gives Lobby even a good, actually ease role into going into playing that third row. And if he has to, you know, take some snaps here and there, whatever, that's how you ideally want to, you know, work a guy in to eventually maybe take the role of somebody or take, you know, the half of the snaps or whatever like that. But
well, regardless how it goes, man. On any great team, it's all about the depth that you have behind, right? Because you got that starter, but you need the depth to go behind it. So if we're stacking the deck with the depth, we're going to be all right no matter what. So it's a good thing that he's there. It's a good thing that he's doing well, but, you know, he's still got to wait his turn in line. But it's good that we got somebody that strong in the background.
Because it's like, you know, you get some guys that like get drafted, and then in OTAs they're getting shitted on. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, like last year. You know what I mean? And I don't want to throw him under the bus or anything, because I was big on him when we drafted him, and Michael Mayer. You know what I mean? When they were saying he was getting fucking pancaked and shit like that by Max, and he couldn't block.
Don't get Gravy started, because we went through this shit last Sunday, right?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's certain players, like not all players are going to be talked about good in OTAs, in which that's what kind of gets me. Like, I already had a good look kind of towards Lobby, so when they're kind of stamping it a little bit, you know what I mean? Saying like, you know what, he does look out here like he is playing, at a speed that we want him to play out here and shit, or like he is. Running crisp routes that you kind of see like in a receiver. You know what I mean? Like not usually out of a back or something like that. So it's like I like hearing those type of things, which gets me confident in that he could eventually, do some things on third down. You know what I mean? On third down when we need, a big play out of the backfield, in passing down or something like that. So I just think those type of things get me excited for a player like that. Like I was never a fucking guy that was big on like, Britton Brown or guys like that, because those dudes just, I don't know, man. It's just that you would hear it from, but you would always hear it from like certain, content creators or something like that. You would never really hear it from the actual staff saying that, oh, these dudes are fucking, ready to take a fucking place or something like that. Or they were being like, interviewed on the fucking Raider network and shit like that. So it's like, those type of guys, yeah, you heard that, oh, maybe they can take the spot one of these days, and Samir McCormick and all this bullshit, but it's just I see different with this type of guy. I don't know why, I just see different with Lobby. But we'll see. Only time will tell. I mean, he wears a Raider uniform. I'm gonna back him, but I will be the first one to agree with Gravy if he doesn't play good.
Yeah.
Look. I'm not saying that the dude is not gonna make the 53-man roster or be on the practice squad. What I'm saying is that we're saying that this dude is leaping over dudes that are decorated running backs that have yardage and carries already in the NFL. Haven't seen the guy do that. I see him running in air. You could see Madison.
I don't want you to think that I think this dude's like ready already.
No,
I don't want
you to. I know you
I'm
think
just saying, like,
I'm just saying, like,
the path that he's kind of going. You know what I mean? That he's starting on right now is like, it's good. It's a good start.
He looks good. He looks good. Playing at New Hampshire against that type of opponent, and then he looked good in the Senior Bowl playing against those opponents. But the NFL running back position is different, bro. It's different.
I feel you, baby.
Look at the dudes that are great. This dude doesn't compare. We're calling a guy a dog, a beast. And all we're doing for his confidence, his potential, for his game is saying he could beat out Abdullah for the third string running back.
I think we need to have a fucking a definition on on the bottom, like the ticker, of all of those shits, like a dog, a beast, a dog. I think there's different because I think people take it.
Let's count how many. Lobby's a beast. Kyrie's a beast.
Because a beast, I wouldn't agree he ain't a beast. Because there's nothing to say that he's a beast because he hasn't hit an NFL field yet. I agree with that. With Bob Boston. He hasn't hit an NFL field yet. That's one thing. I think playing with a dog mentality, that's different. Playing with a dog mentality when you're out there and you're willing to, you can see different players that they might not even fucking ever even make it to the NFL, but they have dog in them just because they play with that type of fucking mentality. But I think there's two different things when you're talking about a beast and a dog. You know what I mean? Like it's like when a dog out there. I think he's just like. I think they allude to the fact like Lobby kind of plays with the linebacker mentality at running back. You know what I mean? Like those are the type of things. Like it's not saying that I don't agree he's a beast because he hasn't shown me that yet. He hasn't shown me that yet.
Where do you see this linebacker coming out of this running back?
I just see this dude like.
I don't see him blowing people up. That's linebacker mentality to me, is blowing a motherfucker up.
So check this out.
Let's go heads up.
Cowtown Luda put something up. He said he was on my radar, right? I saved it He put this way back. He says right here, Lobby hit 23 reps of a 200 on the bench press. 40-yard dash was a 4.5 yard split, 1.25 seconds vertical jump, 36 inches broad jump. You know what I mean? Cone drill, 6.84 seconds. 20-yard shuffle, 4.2. So that, I mean, you've seen all that. But see, like, you know, having speed on a practice field when nobody's hitting you is different than game speed.
It's whole different than game speed when you got pads on and somebody on your ass and you get smacked around once or twice and it's hard getting up. That changes all them little statistics that you got.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, I mean, it just is what it is, man. Like I said, man, he's a strong pickup to be fighting for the third spot. So we can't be mad at it. It's just a matter of what he's going to do once game day is. So
I just think that
the way I think about it, my boss, is that look, see, I coach running back. So if you're one type of running back where you swing out and catch the ball. You're no use to me on pass protection. You're no use to me in running through the tackles. There's no use to me running on gap plays. All I can do is put you in motion and swing you to the flat, and then you catch a ball and get a first down. You know, and they don't do simple things like that where one guy is better than one thing as another. Because Madison, he can run through tackles, he can block. Abdullah can run through tackles. He can do swing routes. He's better than all of them.
I think that's.
I don't even remember the last time Zeus caught a pass, but I bet you it was ugly.
I don't think there's no way.
But this,
I think obviously each guys has their
that
strength.
People are talking about is not gonna happen, bro.
I think each guy has their strength, but either guy can do what they need to do at a certain time to keep the defenses off balance or stuff like that. Like you might see here and there, you know, Zamir going out for a screen or something like that just to keep the defense off balance. Or you might see a draw play to Lobby because they think he's going to go out for a wheel route. Like those are the type of things they obviously have their strengths at running back, but that doesn't mean that he can't run up the field. He can't run the ball because he's fast enough, and he showed me that on the field that he can run away from players on the field. So it's like obviously they're not going to just go run a route every time you're on third down. I don't think that. I honestly, there's no way. That's just not football. There's no way that.
By all means, I'm not saying that, Gabe. By all means, but people think that Lobby's going to come in and catch passes, and the defense is going to say, okay, well, we're going to back up. We're going to load the box for a running play because we're scared of you. We're scared of you because you a dog and you a beast and you was picked in the 6th round. And you went to New Hampshire and knocked everybody else around. You know what I mean? Oh, you a dog. But we got a stud named Zeus that we should be loving more, giving more attention. We should be giving this dude more attention and calling him a dog and calling him a beast.
I think Zeus is going to be the dude. I started off this conversation with saying Zeus.
On something that ain't even happened yet.
Yeah.
No, but I did start off with this conversation with telling you Zeus is going to be that a guy that's going to give us 1,000 yards at least this year, which isn't a big feat because of the 17-game season, but I think he's going to be very effective. I think minimum 1,000 yards, but I think he's going to be very effective because he has something to prove. I think Zeus is the guy, but that's why don't get it wrong. That I'm not saying that fucking Lobby's about to be our number one guy and carrying the ball 20 times and going out for 8 passes a game and shit. Like no, don't get that. Don't get it wrong. I'm not saying that shit because this is Zeus's team right now from the backfield perspective. This is Zeus's
leading receiver of the Raiders, bro. You gotta take over.
But Madison don't give me too much confidence. I don't really like Madison though. Like it's just he's never really been able to catch the ball himself. He's good in the red zone. I like him in the red zone for maybe short yardage carries and shit like that. But Abdullah's getting real old. He's more effective, I think, on special teams, which you're going to need guys on special teams this year with the new kickoff rule and shit like that. So I think he's going to be more effective in that role, and maybe even they use Lobby even on kickoff team because it's going to be a different thing. You're going to see totally different type of players on kickoff now. Like they're even trying to fucking not use the kicker on like for. I guess Kansas City already came out that they're not even going to use their kicker on kickoff returns because the kicker's going to start having to defend now on kickoffs. You know what I mean? So it's like everybody's gonna have to defend on kickoffs now, so it's because of the different kickoff rules. So I think it's special team guys are going to have to fucking perform this year, dog, because it's gonna look a lot different out there on kickoffs.
How many kickoff returns did even happen in the NFL last year?
Yeah, that's why they changed
so that
it.
Shit don't even really matter because ain't nobody running the ball no fucking where.
No. Have you seen the new rule? Have you seen the new rule? How they're doing it?
I have not even looked at it, bro.
It can't move until the guy catches it, and now the guys are like 5 yards away from each other. The defense and the offense are like 5 yards away from each other, and it gets kicked. And once the guy catches it, that's when everybody can start moving.
Still ain't gonna kick because they're gonna kick the shit into the fucking stands. There's not gonna be no returns.
If you kick it in the end zone, it goes to the 35. It goes to the 35.
Back.
That's it. That's it. We've watched this shit for what? The last few seasons, man. That's why the kicking game fucking sucks now, because you don't get returns anymore.
Get hurt.
So that's why they're changing up a lot of the stuff that they're doing is because of the fact
it's gonna be more exciting, my boss.
No, but
you can put anybody back there.
Well, no, yeah, exactly. Did you guys watch the XFL at all?
Yeah.
Some of it, yeah.
That's what they got.
Did you see the kickoffs?
Yes.
How they were like how like even if they fucking were 8-9 yards deep in the end zone, they were returning them because the guys are so far away from where they're catching the ball, and they're like 5 yards away from each other. So the defense don't got no more head start, no more running head start. Like, you know how before you had a running head start, and then the other guys were always a little bit backpedaling, and then they have to, set a wedge, and then fucking, you know what I mean, block the dudes that were coming at 100 miles an hour and shit. But now they're 5 yards apart from each other. So as soon as they catch it, these fools are blocking each other. So you find those gaps. So like a lot of dudes are gonna take a lot more chances to run back, even if they're 9 yards deep in the end zone.
We'll see, but I don't know. I don't know.
Return the ball, bro. You can see CD Lamb back there. You can see different guys because the injury has been. They've proven that injuries go down drastically if you use that formation. So why not have your best, most fastest? You can see Tyreek Hill running kickoff returns. Who would want to see that in the stadium when you couldn't on a normal, on a normal kickoff where you could get, head trauma.
The new touchback rule, and the new touchback is to the 35-yard line. You go all the way to the 35. So if you want to kick it out of the end zone, you go all the way to the 35.
So this is pretty much the way it is. Okay, so the kicker is going to kick the ball off at the 30-yard line, right? On their side, right? So their defense and our offense are going to be on their defense is going to be on the 35. We're going to be on the 30. The punt return is going to be in the end zone. So there's 20 yards between them.
The kickoff.
You know what I mean? So yeah. So that's where it's at with that.
Yeah, it's crazy, dog. It's a crazy formation. It's crazy ass formation.
It's gonna be exciting to see. It's gonna be different, but it's gonna be exciting to see.
Well, let's hope. Let's hope, because the kickoff game has been shit for
that's the whole reason. Because they're saying that it was boring. It basically was just like a commercial, just to get to another commercial. You know what I mean? When you're watching it on TV, it's like a kickoff, it's a touchback, and then they go to another commercial. Like, what the fuck? Like, I just wasted fucking 10 minutes of this shit. Like, what the hell was that? So, like, they want to make it more exciting, the kickoff more exciting, I guess.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's different. It's a little different. So, it's like, and yeah, they can build the wedge and stuff like that, but by the time they get to them, they're going to be at the 20-yard line.
It's too hard.
It's too hard. You can set but you can move. You can let them run and move and have,
It's set up to be more one-on-one blocks. It's set up to be more one-on-one blocks. That's why they're saying the kicker most likely is going to have block.
So it's going to take that out of it too. The blind side blocks or the blocking from behind type shit.
Yeah.
So those flags aren't going to be there no more. You know what I mean? So it's a little different. We'll see how it works. But see, the thing is, it kind of takes away from, like, if this becomes the whole thing, kind of takes away from what Devin Hester was. You know what I'm saying? Players like that would do, like, that it's changed. The game is changing. I'm not saying it's
bad. The kickoffs, say if the kickoffs, there's now there's a lot of touchdowns. But say it, there's a lot of touchdowns on kickoffs now. Like you have to put a little asterisk. I think you have to.
Yeah,
you know, because Devin Hester did that shit when it was like that shit was tough to run back kickoffs. Like, you know what I mean? It's like not as like hard as it is like in the last couple of years, but that shit was still the motherfuckers were setting wedges and all that shit.
If he was a Reds breaker on kickoff team, you ain't thinking right now. You know what I mean? When it was just that 5 dudes just hitting you by themselves, bro.
So what are they gonna have? Like a lineman kick the ball now, or what? Like a big ass lineman?
Oh, that's why. That's where
he's taking it from the 30. He can make it.
Kansas City's the first team. Kansas City's the first team to say that they're not going to use their kicker probably on their kickoffs because the kicker is most likely going to have to defend on the kickoffs because everybody's going to be one-on-one, and the kicker most likely is going to have to defend the guy returning the ball.
Yeah. Hey, shout out Raider Travis, bro. He said, okay, listen, we'll just move on. You know what I mean? We're right about the hour mark. Man, thank you guys for pulling up. We got like 93 people in the building. If you look up on the top chat, Raider Nation Live, we have the Eventbrite for the Raider Nation Explosion happening in Madera, June 8th, this Saturday. There's going to be a ton of people there. Yeah, it's this Saturday. It's going to be indoors. It's going to be nice. There's going to be food, vendors. There's going to be water, right? Because that's the only thing.
I got you, man. We got some water.
As long as we got waters.
We going to be good, bro. We going to be good.
We're going to be drinking out the water hose. Just leave a water hose on for me, my boss.
Yeah, I'll get we'll be good.
You'll have your own dog bowl, Gravy.
Yeah, I was, you know how we are, man. We lived on that water hose water, bro.
Yes, sir, man. I grew up with right out the backyard, man. Turn the hose on. We didn't have no bottled water and shit like that.
Nah, we don't need that. That's why
we're so good right now. I never got sick, man. I never got sick. That's why all these motherfuckers get sick now because they drink all this bullshit, man. We drank that shit and purified ourselves with real shit. Y'all drinking this bottled water shit, and now everybody's sick every week.
All the parasites that was in that water, bro, just clean us out.
Yeah, we don't let our kids play in the dirt. None of that. You know what I mean? Kids don't go outside. None of that.
Kids don't drink out of the water hose no more. Remember drinking out of the water hose when you were thirsty?
50, you got a little.
You don't even drink out the faucet in the restroom. In the
I remember when it was when you were outside and you couldn't come inside because mom was cleaning or doing something. Like
right.
Go play outside. You were thirsty. You better drink out of the water hose.
You better drink out the hose, man. You better drink out the hose. That's some real shit.
The dog be right behind you. Where's mine at?
Your
little dog be right behind you. When am I getting my back?
So, Mom, who else is going to be there? Because I want to know. I know that Raider Nation for Life is going to be there. They're going to the vendors that are going to be there. Can you just give a list of all the vendors that are going to be there and stuff like that, and the artists and stuff?
Oh yeah. Vendors are going to be there. You got Pacheco's Tacos going to be there. You got Raider Nation for Life. OG Marty Prada is going to be there with her things. I forget the young lady. Let's see. She was down in Bakersfield. She sells the dolls that are made up.
Yeah.
Okay, that young lady's gonna be there with the doll merchandise. We got the ice cream vendor coming. There's it's a lot of vendors coming, man. As always, in food. Rob's Bayside Barbecue, of course.
Yeah.
They've been with us ever since the very first one, and they're back again. So we got some good food out there for you guys. Good things, good vendors. As far as the artists, of course, the main artist is Mellow Man Ace. He's also going to be bringing some special guests with him. He's possibly Sin Dog with him because they're going to be filming Born to Be a Raider remix for Certified Trouble, which is featuring Sin Dog from Cypress Hill, as well as Mellow Man Ace. So they're supposed to be in the building for the video shoot. So if you got if nothing else, man, get out there to be a part of that amazing video shoot, man. Come rep your squad, your crew, whatever, your organizations, man. They want everybody in the video as much as possible. So
yeah. Yes, sir.
So come out for the video shoot. One thing I want to get out there for sure, you got Big Mac, Certified Trouble, Yaya, Joshua 19, DRE. There's supposedly a surprise performance by maybe Mob Boss. I don't know yet, but something's in the works. Something's in the works for that. Then we got a couple other little surprise artists we're gonna pop on the stage, and maybe a few other surprises coming. But the one thing I really wanted to get out there was the kids party. Every year we do separate from, well, it's part of the event, but the kids kind of get their own little separate little party where they got their own things going on. They're gonna be doing all kinds of little fun games and activities. They got pictures set up. They've got swag bags coming, man. The swag bags, I've been getting a lot of things from different super fans from across the United States have been sending me stuff to put in the kids' swag bags. So their swag bags are going to be dope. So that's something for those kids, man. And the kids portion is free. Kids 12 and under are free to get into the event. First 50 kids that get signed up into the kids party are guaranteed to get a swag bag. So hurry up, get your kids in there, and make sure you get them signed up and get them over there to where the kids party is going to be. Then after the kids party, as always, we always do the kids dance off, which is a huge hit for these kids, man. And we raise money right there on the spot, man. Last year, I think we raised over $1,200 or something.
Yeah, I remember that.
Close to $1,200 right there on the spot. And we take that money and divide it between all of the kids, so the kids go home with a little, something from us as fans, just to show our kids how much we all love them as a whole, not just Mob Boss, not just Eminem Productions and Explosion, but all of us fans as a whole. We like to support our kids. So if we can get them up there and get them, a little confident about dancing, having a little fun, and then give them a little cash to go home with, man, more the better. So come out and support the kids. Also, there's going to be an auction. One of the nonprofits that I support, Legacy 51, you guys might have seen them on Instagram, and their poster child is The Chosen One, but their nonprofit really does a lot of positive stuff for incarcerated gentlemen. And one of the founders, his name is Angel, and Angel is incarcerated. And Angel, over the last 3 years, me and him have gotten really close. He calls me, we text back and forth and all this kind of stuff, and we've gotten really close. And he has built a great following of Raider fans inside, and it's spreading, and it's rehabilitating them. Not just
right.
It's their way. This is their way to be a part. So I really want to support this organization, and they have done some drawings, some paintings. They're always there. They were there the last 3 years, and they, their booth, they sell some of the artwork, but we're going to be auctioning off 3 pieces. They're 11 by 17 pieces that are hand done from inside, and he has mailed them out to me, and we're going to auction those pieces off. The work is amazing work, and it's going to go to a good cause to help keep these guys going while they're in there, whatever it is that they need. And and just know that the Raider Nation on the outside, we're still loving and praying on those guys that are on the inside until they get home. So please support the auction. When you guys see the auction table, go over there, put your name on it, and hopefully you'll get one of those pieces, man. But they're beautiful pieces, and I'm excited about that. So see you guys next Saturday. Gates open at 12. If you haven't got your tickets, you can go to the Eventbrite pin that Lowe's got down there. You can go there, or you can contact me or Raider Tone and get your tickets, and we'll have them at will call for you when you show up. So there it is, man. Come have some fun. We're going to be indoors, not in the heat. We're not in the heat. We're all indoors.
It's not that hot, my buzz. We're underneath the hundreds over here this year.
This time's not going to be that bad.
Yeah, it's not
by a little bit.
Yeah, supposed to warm up this week, though. I don't know about over there. I know it's supposed to warm up this week a little bit.
Yeah, Wednesday over here.
Warm up. That's why I said everything's going to be inside. We're going to go in the night before and and we're going to turn that air on full blast. And so by the time we open the doors, it's going to be nice and comfortable for everybody. So please come out. Please come support the different things that are going on. Come support our kids, and come support our guys who are locked behind the walls that are still screaming Raiders. So come out and have a good time with us, man.
That's what's up, my
Yeah.
boss.
And we're gonna try to work it out. We're gonna do a show on Tuesday. We got Raiders Against the World. They're gonna be showing up on Tuesday, but we're gonna be kind of because Mom told us to kind of not last minute, but we're gonna be podcasting live from there, or we're gonna have something recorded one way or another. We will have content from it. We're gonna be sitting probably somewhere near the stage or off to the side and stuff like that. So me and Gravy will be there, and anybody's gonna come up. We're gonna have another microphone there. You know, everyone could just one at a time come up, chop it up with us. You know, you might meet, you know, a couple of the guys like say Yaya and all these different artists. Mob will show up there a little bit. Anybody that's going to be in the crowd, you can come up to us. We'll sit back.
Come meet Eric Finch, man. Come meet Eric Finch, man. That's going to be your best interview, Eric Finch. That's our special host. Eric Finch is going to be, dude, when you guys meet this guy, see this guy, you're going to be like, what the fuck? Real shit, you guys come out and meet this dude, man. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to my Instagram, you know, scroll through where, you know, there's a few posts about the guy who's going to be there. People keep saying, Kev or my boss, are you bringing Snoop Dogg? I don't know, man. I know a dude. Oh,
that's okay. Yeah.
So you got to meet this dude, man. You got to meet this dude. He's a spitting image. He's done work for Snoop in different aspects. Commercials and things like that, and he's an amazing guy, man. He's gonna partly host the show with me, so come out and meet this dude, man. It's gonna be incredible, man. It's gonna be incredible.
Maybe we can get all your one thing you gotta ask from me, my boss.
I'm about to try to sneak out now. I'm about to try to sneak out now. Fucking make a 5-hour drive real quick.
Hey, go.
You gotta let Mellow Man Ace about his long lost cousin, Dirty Low, that lives in Fresno. You know what I mean?
Hey, check this out, baby.
Did he already?
Every lyric, every lyric of every song that dude ever wrote.
Well, good, man. Well, good. This will be good for you, man. You can go reunite with your cousin and shit.
There you go, man. Your cousin, man.
When you do the promo, when he comes out, he just ain't got nobody. Gravy was smoking. Like, he goes, there's fucking Low, because we had the same hat on. We had the same, the Raider Nation for Life one, the N one.
Yeah.
And Gravy just smoking me for that shit, bro.
Well, there it is, man. Family, it's a family thing, man. It's a family thing.
Mellow Man Ace was wearing a hat that Low could fit into because
I got it right here.
I know Mellow Man Ace got a little small head because he has a big head like Low. You know what I mean? I'm sure that head was about a 9. Low fit Low perfectly.
Right?
You know, yeah.
Well, they gonna have a good time, man. They gonna have a good time.
All I gotta do is have Low as my shadow, bro. I won't feel no heat. No,
you're gonna be fine, bro. You're gonna be fine, man. It's gonna be all good, man. It's gonna be all good, bro.
This is the only motherfucker I let get on me like that, bro, because he's old. You know what I mean? You gotta respect y'all and shit. But anyway.
You got love for that. You got love for the get off my lawn crew there.
Yeah, get off my lawn crew. I'm
starting to get grumpy now.
I'll be there in 4 years.
That's Stanley right there, or what?
Stanley, yeah. Gravy's starting a new clique. It's called Get Off My Lawn Crew.
Get off my lawn.
The turf, right?
Everybody that's in their 50s, mid-50s, 70s babies, my boss. You want to get in it, bro. The Rocky Chair crew. Rocky Chair out just chilling. There you go. Yeah. Out there chilling for 7 hours in the lawn, just complaining and shit. That's me, bro. Look at that little dumbass kid right there.
Fucking Pena said I have a 12 and a 3/8 hat size. That's fucked up.
I
was getting 9 or some shit. Like God, a 12.
Robert Pena, prove that. Let me see a hat.
Hell, Low. They roasting you right now, bro.
Hey, it ain't nothing, bro. It ain't nothing, bro. Like I've had this head since I was.
That size head come from.
I know. When you do your snapback, how many buttons do you put right there?
This is a fitted hat. This is a fitted hat. It depends on the hat. It all depends on the hat.
Show me your snapback. Show me your snapback hat. All of them.
Anyway,
they're on the last one. They're on the last one.
It's like
the last one.
Hey, it's hanging off of their life, bro.
It's just hanging like this. It's just hanging like this. They're not even touching.
Hey, how, baby? How?
That button, hey, Bubba, that button's like this.
He's fucking.
I ain't gonna let go.
Don't even snap it.
I'm a beast.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even snap that shit. Hey, when I grow my hair out, I got curly hair and shit. I got wavy hair, so when I'm like, I can leave that shit open, it just fucking just stays open.
Man, that's fucking crazy. That's crazy.
I feel bad for your snapbacks, bro. Your snapback, give you a snapback.
Doesn't have 15 snaps.
Damn, snapbacks need a break, bro. Your snapbacks need a break.
Desert Raider, man, what's up? Hey, respectfully, fuck y'all.
He might not need a snapback. He might need elastic band and shit.
Those don't even work.
You even got Mama's coming on you too, yeah.
I tell him he needs those. Hey, I tell him he needs those. Have you seen those big ass hats now? Like the big ones?
Yeah.
No, that one of those. Man.
Lowe's wearing one right now. Lowe's wearing one of big ass hats.
He's wearing one right now.
I told Fabian, I was like, hey, bro, I said, I need that patent. He's like, what are you talking about? I said, because he has the big ass hats like that. So Fabian was like, bro, I said, use my dome for that shit, bro. I said, I need some free shit. What are you doing over here?
Well, Fabian and Raider Nation for Life will definitely be there. Shout out to
we'll be there.
Man. He'll be there.
Hello.
That's Lowe's boy, bro. He got them big hats. You can go straight to him.
Big hats.
Low inventory with Lowe. Get your inventory up.
Oh, God. The ball crew right here, though. This is the ball crew right here for sure. Look at that shit. The ball crew right here.
Yeah, see, they're all bald. I got hair, motherfuckers. And
that should be holding on to it. That shit's running away.
hey, this little back right here, Gabe's whole head.
Cross-eyed line up, bro. Cross-eyed line up.
I love it.
It's good, man. We all love each other. It's good.
Nah, man, it's all love,
I can't wait to be there, my boss. I
can't wait to see you guys, man, and link up and see you guys in person, man, and talk to you guys. But I really, really do appreciate you guys coming out and making you guys an official podcast for the Raider Nation Explosion, man. It's a great thing, and I appreciate it, man.
Sounds good.
So y'all better tune in next week, man, and see what they got popping, because I'm sure they're gonna have some good content, man, and meet some good people, guys.
Yeah, like I mean, like I even told you, and I'm gonna be honest with everybody that's in here, like, bro, it's like we just kind of like slowly started, and then we just developed a relationship, and then life, and then busy, and then I seen you at a couple games, just kind of hit and miss, and you know what I mean. We're in the same section at the Broncos game and stuff like that, but it's so packed. And then everyone's doing everything, and then you here and there stuff like that, man. But like little by little, it's only going to get better every year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how it goes, man. That's how everything goes, man. Year after year, it just grows and grows. So, and the network gets more tighter, and more people get involved. So that's the best thing about being a part of the Raider Nation, man. Your family gets bigger every year, man. It just keeps growing. It just keeps growing, and the relationships that you guys will have, going into the future. I have Raider relationships that I've been, with people for, 20 years or better, and it's strictly based off of meeting at a tailgate or meeting at a Raider game or whatever the case may be. And we've been lifelong friends. So stick with this, man. This is a family thing. It's a generational thing. And, if you ain't teaching it to your kids, you need to teach it to your kids, man, because there's no other team or fan base that is like this one. And if you don't, I mean, we could argue back and forth about what the team does on the field and, how we ups and downs and all that. But at the end of the fucking day, we're all Raiders together, and we go through it together, and we come right back next season. You don't see very many of us falling off. You see people get pissed off in the off season, but you don't see them falling off, because once that, it's time to get started again, here those same folks are coming right back, and they got the same energy ready to go. And no other fan base is like that, man. So this is something great to be a part of. I'm glad I was born into it. My dad was a Raider fan, so I didn't really have much of a choice. But it was the best thing ever happened to me, man. And it's opened a lot of great doors for me for good friendships and things like that. And I saw some incredible games, some terrible games. I've seen it all over the years, but every year I'm excited to see what's next, man. And that's the Raider, bro. So ain't nothing like it, man.
Yeah.
Nothing,
bro. Like it is what it is, man. It's like I remember my first game and everything. Like I was so pumped up. I used to drink it back in the day, so I was already drinking. Then I get the news that I'm going. I didn't sleep. I slept on the way up there, and then right when I got there, we were on the tailgate. I was across the dude that was DJing. He had a whole fucking slew of bottles, and he's just like, bro. My stepdad's like, he's a virgin, whatever. They're like, what?
Oh, they're gonna break your ass in,
bro. Oh my god. Like, but I made it through. I made it to Denny's afterwards. When I got to Denny's, I was done.
Man, they closed Denny's on Heckenberger, bro.
Yeah, did they?
Oh, yeah. Oakland's getting off the hook.
Nah, man, they didn't have no more food because Lowe was over there.
Yeah, right. But yesterday, real quick, I'm gonna throw this out there. Yesterday, I went out to help Forever Oakland do their. They've adopted a street. Oakland has a program, and it's adopt a street, and you basically go and clean that street up and make sure it's all well kept and things like that. Well, Forever Oakland, they've adopted 66th Avenue, which is now Godfather Grizz Jones Avenue or Grizz Jones Way. It's been named after him. So those that don't know, go back and do your fucking history and find out who Grizz Jones is, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. But 66 Mob, that was a staple there. So since that street has been named after them, their group has adopted that street. So we went yesterday to be a part of the cleanup for that street, and the Oakland Roots were out there, Oakland Soul and Los Roots and a couple other groups were out there. Man, it was a great thing. But the most special moment was when we got off on 66 and you drive past that Coliseum, and we were looking at where we used to line up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I literally almost came to tears driving past that spot, man, because so many memories of lining up right there, waiting to get in and get the day started. So it was a real emotional thing to be there yesterday, and then to be a part of helping those guys keep Grizz's street looking nice, and helping the homeless that are around that area, trying to do something positive for the city of Oakland, being the fact that all of the major sports teams, other than now the professional soccer that's coming there, have left the building and left the city, and with that, it was a major impact on the city, and the city is kind of falling apart. But just because those major businesses and major sports teams are leaving, that doesn't mean that you forget about the people who are stuck behind. And so it was real important to me and my KOS brothers to go down there and support that cause and try to do our best to keep Oakland, above water, man. Although it's only a little bit, every little bit counts when the city's struggling. So,
yeah, man. Shout out to that, man.
And if I can tell any of you Raiders out there that used to frequent being in Oakland and going and enjoying those games in Oakland, I understand the team has moved on, and I'm still grieving over the fact that we've moved on. I'm going with them and I'm doing all that kind of stuff, but I do grieve the fact that we're not in Oakland. So my heart is still in Oakland, and so I'm always going to try to do my best to do something good to give back to the city that gave me so many positive and good years and fun years. I don't want to just be one of those guys where the Raiders ain't there no more, so I don't need Oakland. I'm never going to be one of those guys. So if I ever post about it, because I'm going to be doing this with them quite a bit going into the next couple of years. So if you guys ever want to join in, or if you see me posting about it, man, try to come down and help out and keep Grizz's name alive. Grizz did a lot for the city of Oakland, and he did a lot for Raider fans and so forth. So keeping his name alive and keeping that street looking good. So when people get off the freeway, they see that and they say, Oakland ain't the bad spot, and it's not as bad as what you see, and so be a part of that, man. And if you can't do it in Oakland, do it in your own city, man. Giving back is a big thing. Giving back is a huge thing, and it's a huge thing for us as Raider fans to change the perception of what kind of people we are. Because people just automatically think when they see the black, they get nervous, right? They see those shields and they get nervous and they say, this guy's going to do something to me. They see the tattoos and they say, this guy is bad. But there's a lot of doctors, lawyers, 20-year, 25-year, government working people, people with good incomes and, from the good to the bad, all the way in between. Those are the kind of people that make up the nation, and we're not bad people. So when they see us out doing positive things in the area and they see that shield, they say, oh, okay, well, maybe them Raider fans ain't that bad. They just crazy on Sunday. And you know, and that's kind of what we want to change. That
you gotta be crazy on.
You gotta be crazy on Sunday, but you know, but any other time, man, let's represent the Shield in a positive way and change the image of what they think about us Raider fans, because we're good people, man. We're good people and good hearts.
Yeah, definitely, bro.
We'll be even better people. We'll be even better people. We start winning.
Yeah. Well, that's coming, Grady. It's coming. It's coming, man. It's coming. We waited a long time. That's why it's gonna be so good. That's why it's gonna be so good, and we're gonna celebrate so hard because we waited so long for it to all come to. You know, we've seen it right there so many times, and then it slips out of our hands. But I think we're pretty damn on target right now. So we just hang on a little bit, and we're gonna see it, and it's gonna be one of the best feelings ever, man. And it's gonna be one hell of a celebration, man. I don't think that
all these new Raider fans. All these new Raider fans can feel it, you know what I mean? All these new Raider fans can finally feel it for themselves, you know what I mean? Like, I know, like, we've been around, you know what I mean, for a while, so, like, we got to, you know, feel Raider winning, you know what I mean? But they're winning ways when we were dominating in the league and shit like that, but, like, it's just, the new Raider fans were born, you know, after the 2000s and shit like that, you know, like, basically, some of the, like, these young kids, like, some of them ain't even that young, some of them ain't even that young anymore, you know what I mean? Some of them are not even that young anymore, so it's like, you know, they've never all they know is losing, but like it's gonna be good to see it for them. You know what I mean? It's just gonna be good to see it for the new generation of Raider fans coming up. I think it's time, dog. Like I see a change in this organization that I haven't seen lately, dog. And I think it's different. This is a different feeling to me since since last Halloween. You know what I mean? So it's like since last Halloween, that shit, you know, that it's changed for me.
I agree. I'm ready for it because, like I said, we've all waited a long time. We suffered through the hard times and we stuck there. You know, we didn't shake it off. We didn't fall off. You know, we're still here standing strong. And I think the team sees that, and the organization sees that their fans are standing strong, and they're really in the battle room saying, "Hey, man, to keep the hold of these people that have been standing by us for so long, we got to do something for them. We got to do something for them." And so I think they're under the gun, they're under the pressure to really perform. And I think that trickles down to what happened, like I said, in the draft, the off season, and it trickles down into what's going to happen in preseason as we go forward into the season. It's going to all trickle down, and I think everybody's getting the concept and getting on board and saying, "Hey, man, this is our time. This is when we got to do it, and we better do it because people are expecting it of us." And, you know, and they know Raider fans ain't, you know, we ain't easy to please. We ain't easy to please, man. And so if you don't want to get drugged on social media, if you don't want to get drugged on whatever platforms that are out there, man, you better get on your job and do your thing, man, or else somebody's going to be, you know, with 4 billion comments about how fucked up you played. So they see that shit, man. People don't think they see that shit and it affects them. So those guys got to come on the field and say, "I got to do my job," or, "Man, this, you know, 32,000 people that are watching me are going to drag me on Monday morning." You know what I mean? So I think they feel the pressure, man, and we're going to see some good stuff out of that.
Yeah, I think with AP coming and everything like that, like, you know, ever since, you know, he was saying since Halloween, you can kind of change. You can kind of see it changing. But if you look at it, we haven't really had a home because it's either LA, Oakland, or whatever. Not even though we're based out of Oakland. But now that we moved, anybody that's moved, it takes about a year to get comfortable in your home. So if you figure in football years, you know, this is around that time, you know what I mean? The people around you, your neighbors are getting to know you, all these different things. It's just a different change, a different environment. So to blend everything to come in together, it's taking that time, but it's progressing, and the coaching and the winning is going to be what's going to change everything. The way you've seen the last game, bro. Everyone's AP, the whole night. Like, you don't see that shit. You know what I mean? Or anywhere else. You know what I mean? So the nation's there. We just need all to come together and get some wins, bro. But regardless of, we're all looking the same direction, trying to look for that Super Bowl as a team, as a fan base. We're good to go, bro. We're good to go.
Well, that just goes to show the power of the nation. Okay, AP's there because of the fans.
Yeah,
AP's there because of the pressure that was put on Mark Davis to make a change and make a change immediate. Vegas Rob was on his ass. And if y'all go back and see a clip where he was coming out of the Aces basketball game, and Rob ran up on him. Rob ran up on him and told him, "Look, you you got to make a change and make a change right fucking now. And that change happened, that same week or the week after or whatever it was, boom, just like that. Because he felt the pressure of the fans, because it's already hard to fill them seats, man. Everybody says, all the opposing fans come in and fill the seats. But to put Raider butts in those seats, it was hard. It's been hard for them to do, obviously because of ticket prices and so on. But it was hard for them to do because there wasn't a product on the field that was winning. So that's why you see a lot of the opposing fans coming in and filling up the Vegas stadium, is because we weren't winning, so we're not buying tickets to go see it, right?
Right.
But once the pressure, like I'm saying, the pressure was on Mark Davis to change that culture and get Raider fans back in that stadium and fill us. And so hearing what the fans were saying, the pressure from social media, because like I said, Vegas Rob was on his ass, and the following that was behind that put a lot of pressure on Mark to make some changes. And all of a sudden the changes started happening very quickly, very, very quickly. So understand the power that we have as a nation together. When we're in on something together and we're not all divided a whole bunch of shit, we're just as strong as a player, one of the starters on the team. The nation is that strong. And that was shown in that situation, and it could be in the future, it could be the same thing, but we all have to bond together and come to sense on what we want, and we got.
I think he heard it. I think Mark Davis heard it then, and he heard it at the end of the season when at the end of the season where like it was time to take the interim off of his name. Like I think he heard the fans again too, like what I mean, because the fans made a big uproar, like, we got to go this way. There's only one way really to go. You know what I mean? Like, this is, it's there for you. You know what I mean? Don't fuck it up. Again, you can see the fans kind of alluding to that shit.
I think this is the most support Mark Davis has had since his father died. This is the most support that people have gotten, and it's only because he listened to him. For the first time, people felt like they were heard. For the first time,
that's how you get the public's. That's how you're gonna get the public's respect.
He earned our respect because he listened to us and he gave us what we want. And then turns around, which was a good thing for him in a lot of ways, because of the fact of you got happy fans now who are willing to come and spend money. And you got happy players on the field, right? They're seeing the changes in the coaches and how they're being
that's
treated.
really the most important.
That's the most important, right? So you're getting that culture change, and then it takes the pressure off of Mark. Because every time we were failing, we pointed the finger at him because he wasn't doing this, you were not doing that, you didn't make this change, you didn't do this. And so all the pressure was on him. Well, now he's giving us everything we wanted damn near on a silver platter and saying, now the pressure's off of me. It's on this team. It's on the coaching staff. It's on the fans now to win. I've done what you asked me to do. So it was the smartest move in the world for him to listen to the fans, and it takes the pressure off of him and puts the pressure where it needs to be, and that's on the field.
Yeah, I agree.
I think when he went to this, changing the whole dynamic and culture of the Raiders, what he tried to do, bringing in that other regime, and people weren't with that, and then I was somewhat with that as far as football's concerned, but not the whole change of attitude towards that, Patriots way. There've always been a Raider way, and then he messed with that. And I think when he saw the results of it, that he said, why the hell did I do that, man? I ain't used to seeing stuff like this. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This ain't the way I was brought up. My dad be pissed at me right now. He'd be slapping me around like a little boy if he seen his football team acting like this. So I think that he stood on his 2 feet and said, get the hell out of here, man. You ain't Raider ball. You're different.
That's what it is. He's earned our respect at this point. You know what I mean? So that's the first time he's ever been able to, safely walk around Vegas without worrying about somebody slapping him.
Shout out from Cali, Colombia, Raider fans.
It's Colombian money. It's like Colombian money, but it's like I think it's so 40K cup is it's $10. So
okay, I'm like $40,000. You rich?
Shout out to the $10. Andrea love crossing borders. Okay.
Yeah, love crossing borders. Yeah.
Colombia.
Colombia, bro. We got some Colombian Raider fans over here.
That's what I'm talking about.
Man, thank you about that. That's appreciated.
We should be called the worldwide nation. We shouldn't just
it is, man.
There you go. Worldwide nation. I like that.
There's nowhere on this earth. There's nowhere on this earth you can go and there's not a Raider fan or a Raider in it. Nowhere. Nowhere. And that is the absolute truth. I've been in Saudi Arabia and I seen a Raider shield out there and I was like, what the fuck? Right? And my daughter, my youngest daughter, her and her husband were stationed in Japan last year and they sent me Raider t-shirts from Japan. And I was like, what the fuck?
Crazy, man.
You know what I mean? So there's Raider fans everywhere. So
we got a couple content creators from Australia.
My boss said it. Worldwide Raider Nation.
Yeah, we got a couple content creators from Australia. You know, they're based out there.
Everywhere,
crazy, man.
They're good guys. Yeah. Those two are good guys.
Yeah, Worldwide Nation. I like that right there. Worldwide Nation. Man, there's
only one nation, though. And remember, there's only one nation.
There is only one nation.
One nation, yeah.
I don't care all these other teams trying to throw that in their mix, but there's only one. There's only one.
I don't know why the Steelers.
They know why the Steelers. I think they're like, low down Raider fans and shit, and like, fuck, if I throw nation on my shit, I'll still be a part. No, fuck.
Someone needs to do this, my boss. Someone needs to get with the higher up Pittsburgh Steeler dude and say, we kick your ass
Travis,
this year.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Will know your little Pittsburgh Steeler nation is done with. Yeah, that's done with. You won't say it again. It's damn from there's no such thing called a Steeler
There were the steel curtains. There was steel curtains.
Now, even teams that I like.
They've always been the steel curtain.
Yeah.
Like I said, this nation thing for other teams has been a kind of like a bandwagon thing because people they're trying to model their fan base after what they see with us. When it comes to traveling, nobody travels better than the Raiders, but next behind them is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, and it's lazy.
So they're just mimicking. They're just mimicking exactly the things that we've already done, and they're saying, "Oh, well, we can do that too." So that's where this shit comes from, and people started biting on the nation and all of this because they see something great, man. It's just like everything else on in the world. Somebody sees something great and they want to hop on in too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I just think it's lazy, dog. Because even teams that I like, like the Dodgers, the Lakers, and or other teams like that, like the Cowboys, the Steelers, all of those teams, they want to call themselves Steelers Nation, Cowboys Nation, Laker Nation, or whatever, or like all that bullshit. Like, nah, bro. I like this team too. Like, I like our Dodgers. I like the fucking, just drop that shit.
Not the nation. That's
drop that shit. We're not a nation. Like, that's not a nation. Like, just stop. Like, okay, I know there's Dodger fans all around the world. Don't get me wrong either. I'm not gonna hate on my Dodger fans because I am a big time Dodger fan as well. But it's just there is only one nation, bro, and it's the Raider Nation.
That's it. Yeah. Silver and black all day.
That's all it is, man. It's always gonna be there.
And it's silver and black, so stop wearing all them other crazy colors with my shield.
Like this is the farthest I'll go. This is the farthest I'll go. This is great.
That's it.
You can't find a hat that big. My boss, I told you, man. We got one color, white and gray. That's it.
That's it. You get no more. You get no more.
Yeah, I just be like, man, I get it, man. I've been seeing, red Raider hats, and I'm like, man, come on, man. That blue Raider hats. Come on, man. Nah.
Yeah. We had a conversation on the pod one time.
I like it.
Is it just silver and black, white? Just those three? I mean, I get it for fashion reasons, but some blue Jays with a blue Raider hat, I get it. You know what I mean? Or even some red Jays with a Raider. But we're black. This is like a tan brown. You know what I mean? This is even kind of pushing the issue.
You got a blue Raider hat, bro. You crippin'.
Oh, I do not. I do not.
You know that.
I don't have
blue Raider hat. Like the ones I do like, the one hats I do, the color I do like that's not like black or anything like that. When they come on like what the troop colors ones, like the salute the troop colors ones.
The military
right.
Those are the ones.
Yeah, the military ones.
That's for Veterans Day, man. And I mean, you
gotta
do that.
My mother's black, silver, and
black.
But
I'm talking about like this red.
Yeah, I know what you're talking. Yeah, I know what exactly you're talking about. Yeah,
orange, neon blue type shit.
That is. And no. Don't wear nothing but silver and black, man. Period.
Yeah.
And no white on game days. I don't even care if we're away. Don't wear white on game days. It's bad luck.
Drew the barber.
He called somebody out. No white on game days, man. It's bad luck. Just telling you. I don't want to hear that shit. Oh, well, the team's wearing white because we're away this week. Fuck that. No, the team's wearing white, but the fans in the stands are all in black, man. Get it right,
there
bro.
It is.
Get it right.
See, I've always went back and forth about that. Like I wouldn't mind wearing a white jersey and shit like that, but see, I never I've always asked like
picking it when you want to go look good and shit, go out and you want to look good in your white, Raider jersey, that's all good. But on game day,
okay.
On game day, so Saturday night, you can
wear the white one.
Raider party, when you go to Raider party, wear your white and be all fancy and woo woo woo. But on game day, it's business.
Black out.
You wear black.
The black out. We're gonna black your stadium out.
That's what it is. You ain't never heard us say we're gonna white your stadium out.
That
shit.
That don't even sound right. That don't even fucking sound right.
We say we're gonna white your stadium out.
White out your stadium.
That's why.
White out.
I got you. I'm only okay. I got you. Shit, let's go then.
So you get your white jerseys. You can still like the dude you play with. Like I got a Bo Jackson, Charles Woodson white jersey, away jersey. But if I ever know where they're at, I'll probably have them sign that. Although away jerseys just be autographed. And then black.
I have the Crosby one right there.
I wear white jerseys. I got a bunch of white jerseys, but I don't wear them to Raider games.
You don't wear them on game day, yeah.
I don't wear them on. Well, I ain't gonna wear a jersey on game day anyway. But
you got you. Yeah,
but other than that, but even before there was a mob boss, not on game days. Not on game days. When I go in the stadium, I want to be in my
black. Suit jacket on top of a jersey, man. That's hot though. It'll be hot no matter where you're at.
It's already hot enough. With the jacket and tie and all that shit. It's already hot enough.
Oh yeah, man. Brother, man, I swear. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work.
Right, it's not. I commend every gentleman, lady that goes out there representing in their attire, their character, their personas, their whatever they want to call themselves. I'm not a super fan. I am a Raider fan, so I don't fall into that category. But I commend every single one of them that decide to do it because it's not easy to be out in that, and then you don't have no personal space. You've given up all your personal space. You've given up all your personal time. You are in part of the whole experience now. So it's not easy, man. It's very tiring. It's hard. It's hot, and you deal with a lot of assholes because there goes that dude in the Halloween costume. You know what I mean? So I've been through a lot of shit in a lot of different cities. So for every person that decides to do it, man, my hat's off to you, because it ain't easy. It's not an easy road to deal with. A lot of people say, "Oh, they're having so much fun." Nah, ask my wife how much fun I have when I get home.
I seen you and your wife in Fresno having so much fun over there, bro. You were way busy. It was a hot day. You and Travis was together. I go, I ain't gonna interrupt this dude, man. I'll meet him in Madera, and I go. But me and my daughter went to the one in Fresno, so I seen you there.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna bother him.
Yeah. Shout out to Anonymous.
But don't ever say don't bother him because I'm always open, man. I love the people. I love the fans. So, man, and I understand what it's about to give that part of yourself up. So don't ever say he's too busy, man, because I'll make a way.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
See, there you go. So, shout out Anonymous RaiderNationLive. She says, "I've shout out for the $10, man. I appreciate you, really, really do. I've been watching football for a couple of years and never really understood it, but when I started watching the channels about Raiders, it inspired me because of how passionate everyone is for the Raiders. So there you go.
Yeah, man.
It is truly about passion. It is truly about real Raider fans have a passion that's my wife will tell you sometimes, we've been married almost 21 years, and my wife will tell people,
congratulations.
Thank you. Sometimes she'll tell people, he loves me to death, but I think he loves them fucking Raiders more than me. You know what I mean? That's how much passion it is. And
it is, bro. It is.
But
my wife says that, mama.
It is.
She gets it.
My wife says that. He loves the Raiders.
No, my wife says that's for sure. She says that's for sure.
Don't get mad. What you mad about?
But I turn around and look at her and I said, well, shit, you got just as much passion for the shit as I do, because she just as mad, just as frustrated. She's searching online for shit. I'm at work sometimes, and so I miss things. And my wife will be texting me and say, hey, did you know we got this pickup today? I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? But it's that passion, man. It's that passion, and she loves it just as much as I do. And I think most Raider fans are that way, man. And that's why the fan base is so strong, because no matter what, man, we feel like this is us and it's our thing, and we're passionate about it, man.
Hey, Mob, before, because we got about another like 15 minutes left. I got a question, because we've been going back and forth. I know you've been, a fan a little bit longer than I have, a seasoned fan, I would say. The whole Jim Otto thing. I know you kind of heard it, the retirement of the number and all that stuff. Like, I mean, what's your take on it, bro? How do you feel? And what is like some of the conversations you've had? Like, because everyone's saying, oh, we need to retire. And then all of a sudden we need to start retiring Alzados. And then this guy. And then this guy, So what do you think about the whole Otto thing? Okay,
so my take on the Otto thing is much respect to Jim Otto, man, Mr. Raider. I've gotten many opportunities to meet him. He's a great guy, and much respect to him. He's going to be greatly missed. But two things, or one thing that's more important: the history and tradition that Al Davis put forth about not retiring numbers. And the reason for that is because he always believed in the next man up. Nobody was so great that we would say he can't wear that number, because there's always going to be somebody coming behind him. So that's the reason for Al Davis saying, we're not going to retire players, because he always believed in the next man up. So that is Raider tradition. And if you were to go back and say, Jim Otto, let's retire his number, then that means you got to go back and rethink all of those other Raider greats and say, do we go back and retire them? And that's too much messing with tradition. And Raider fans and Raider organization, we're about tradition. So I believe that's the most important thing. But the second thing is, why retire a number that you can't retire anyway, because the NFL don't use it?
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say.
It's pointless. It's
thinking
pointless.
about it now, yeah.
It's like pointless to even try to retire something that's already been retired by the NFL. And then if you look at the number 00, in your mind, the first person that's going to flash is Jim Otto. You're not going to think of nobody else in the NFL ever in the past history or nothing. You're always going to think about Jim Otto. So, and I think I made the comment when you guys were talking about it last Sunday, regardless of retiring numbers, every great Raider is hanging up, their number and their name is hanging up on a plaque inside of the Raider Stadium in Las Vegas. So in a sense, they're being honored regardless. Their number's being retired, but it's being retired with us. You get what I'm saying? Not public. So all of those great, Willie Brown and Woodson and all the greats, they're all up there. Marcus Allen, they're all up there, man. There's a whole wall, man. It goes halfway around the stadium, and it's got all these guys' numbers and their names, and I believe their signatures are on that as well. So they're being honored, man, and nobody's ever going to forget Jim Otto, so that whole retire the number thing and that's why you haven't heard anything from the Raider organization saying anything about we're going to do that. And I'm sure they're going to make a special tribute to him, probably on opening day. And, he'll get his due. He'll get his just due. You know what I mean? And we all will love and respect that forever until we're all gone. So,
the one thing is, no one will ever wear that number again. That's
nobody's going to wear the number anyway. Exactly. So like I said, it's already retired. It's already retired, and you're not going to think of nobody else when you see the number 00 anywhere. you're not going to think of nobody else but him. So in a sense, the number's already been retired.
Yep. So there you go.
I forgot who was saying that.
That what?
I forgot who was saying that when he passed away.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much, yeah, like I agree with all that, man. I hate the fact that like we can't retire every single number. You just can't. But it's like there'll
no more numbers.
Yeah, there'll be no more numbers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You'll never have by the time you get done retiring everybody in 20 years, everybody will be walking around with, some
letters.
Yeah.
Hundreds.
300,
hundreds. They're gonna have to start going to the hundreds and shit. 120, 320. Fucking, they're gonna start fucking expanding the fucking back of jerseys and shit.
Yeah, so it's the way it is, and I honestly like the Al Davis tradition of not retiring numbers, meaning one man is greater than the other, and if one guy's out or retires or goes away, it's the next man up. And your jersey might go to that next man coming in. So that's just the Raider way, man. That's just us saying, as much as you've done for us, as much as you love us, okay, we got to move on to the next, for whatever reason it is. And that's good in business, and it's a good practice, I think. And I think we should just leave tradition the way it is. And like I said, everybody's going to respect Jim Otto and that number regardless, no matter what. So,
he doesn't need a jersey retired to be Jim Otto.
He's always Jim Otto, period.
Yeah, I think the Raiders are probably gonna do like a big tribute and maybe put I was thinking a section, something like that in the stadium, or Otto Way or something like that. Like do something to that effect, but not necessarily retire the number. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'll be done in a big way, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. Add some patches.
Just the same way it was for John Madden and some of the others that have went before. There's always gonna be that big tribute.
Ark, what up?
And that's what we do for our Raiders, man. That's what we do.
I like the some other teams kind of do too. I don't know if we've done it but how they have the Ring of Honor around their stadiums sometimes. That would be crazy to do though, because the Raiders have a lot of people that they would have to put in those Ring of Honor type shits too. But you know what I mean? Because those are
Cowboy traditions.
That's not retiring the jersey though.
That's the Cowboy tradition. That's a Jerry Jones tradition.
I know I've seen it in college. A lot too, like the Ring of Honor type shit. I know they have it at USC. I know they have that, but they'll put the jerseys in the outfield and shit like that of old players, like their Heisman Trophy winners and shit like that. But it's just that would be something that they could do, something like that. But I would just stick to what they're doing now. Dog. It's just nobody's ever gonna wear that number again. Just they'll figure something out to where they'll do something special for him, and they'll make it known, for sure. Now, the Raiders are the best with their alumni anyway. You know what I mean? They're still one of the best organizations with their alumni anyway. So at this point, they'll make sure that the Otto name is never forgotten, for sure.
Oh, it'll never be forgotten.
Part of this one.
Exactly. Yeah, it'll never be forgotten around that organization at all. Never.
Yeah, there's no way. I think it's just a good time just to look at some of these players, go back. Even start looking at the Howie Longs, looking at even Romanowski, looking at Ray Guy, looking at Plunkett, going back and learning the history, and then looking at Myers. Myers is wearing 16 Plunkett, you know what I mean, as a receiver when it was a quarterback. You know what I mean? All these different things, man. It just kind of reminds you of certain players and gives you that nostalgia, because there's going on 60 years of football. In an organization. So it's within 60 years, man, you can only use certain amount of numbers. You can only use certain things. And it just gives you hey, who was 16 before? You start doing the deep dives and who was the number 12 and who was, 3 and 2. Everybody doesn't want the number 2 because of Russell. You know what I mean? Look at how people know that number. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think baseball is the only one. Is baseball the only one that really has a number retired? Jackie Robinson's?
Basketball.
Ooh, what number?
Lakers retired 8 and 24.
Yeah, but other players that wear it around the league. I'm talking about league wide. That's the only one that has.
No, league wide is one day for Jackie Robinson's number 42 is
nobody can wear 42 no more. Nobody can wear 42.
It's retired. The number's retired.
Bob Manning wore 42.
Yeah, the last person to wear 42 was Mariano. The last person allowed to wear 42 was Mariano Rivera.
Really?
Yeah. You can't do what Jackie Robinson did, bro. He changed the way
changed the game, man. He broke the color barrier. That's something that'll never ever happen again, ever in history. So I mean, that kind of makes sense.
Raider Rebel saying a giant statue outside. That wouldn't be bad. Raider Travis was saying, making the tailgate the Otto lot or something like that. That'll be dope too.
That'll be dope.
I mean,
that'll be dope.
Yeah, there's all kinds of
different things. I'm telling you, they're gonna do something, dog.
At the Otto lot, I'll be get off my lawn. Guys will be at right there.
There you go. Prior Awards win number 2 too. Also, yeah. So, okay. June 8th, we're gonna be in Madera County. Go to I have it pinned to the chat, the Everbright event right there. You can buy the tickets. Mom, can you buy tickets when you walk up, just in case they can't buy them at the?
Okay, so the decision for ticket purchases at the door is going to depend on what happens between now and Wednesday. If they sell out all the Eventbrite tickets before Wednesday, then we will not sell tickets at the door. If we do not sell out all the Eventbrite tickets, there'll be tickets available at the door, but they're probably going to go up to $25. So
that's not bad.
Try to get them before Wednesday.
Try to get them before Wednesday.
Regardless, we still keeping it affordable. Even at the door, it's still going to be like $25. So still keeping it affordable.
You can make sure you reserve your ticket. You know what I mean? So you can make sure you reserve your ticket. Make sure you get them for Wednesdays before they sell out.
Yep. And we've been
Mellow mayonnaise costs that much? God.
Bro.
One song, bro. Just one song, that's it.
That's all I need. I need one song, bro. We'll be happy.
You would not believe the price of some of these artists, man. You would think.
I know.
Dude, it's crazy doing these negotiations, getting these people out here every year. And you're like, oh, this guy should be, real affordable because, he hasn't been out in, 15 years, 20 years.
Nope.
Shit, man, bruh. So that's something I want to let y'all know, man. For anybody out there that believes that Eminem Productions and Tone is making millions of dollars off of the explosion every year, and we're just raping fans for ticket money, blah 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 blah, bro, it's not what it is. We are damn near giving you guys a free party on us. Real talk, because once you pay for the venue, you pay for security, you pay for the insurance, you pay for the performers, and all the other stuff that goes along with it.
DJs, vendors,
everything, man. There's a lot of expense. There's a lot of expense that goes into it. So, my boss is not making no big time dollars off the event. Man, I really do it for the fans. I really do it for the fun. Because, come Monday morning, my boss is going right back to the real job, 9 to 5. You dig? So I'm not getting rich off the explosion, folks. I just do it because it's fun. It's a good thing. It's a good camaraderie thing to keep us all together and get us excited. Lorenzo always starts the fun off with the summer kickoff, and it's our job to keep the party going all the way to the season. So that's kind of what it's all about, man. It's not a money thing for us. It's really about the love that we want to give back to the Raider Nation that's given so much to us. So
definitely, man. We appreciate it, man. We appreciate it, Mom. Then shout out Raider Travis, because Raider Travis got me in contact with you, and then we went from
Travis
there.
Is my man. That is my dude. He's always been a big supporter, even long before we were doing the explosion. I met Travis back in the Oakland parking lot years and years ago, and even before we were doing the explosion, he's always been a big supporter. And then when we started doing the explosion, our first year, Travis did more advertising for us than we did for ourselves. So, nice. so he's always been a big part of this whole deal. So shout out to Travis, man. I love you, and I'll see you again. I was just with him back, but I'll be with you again on Saturday, man, and we'll kick it and have fun like we always do.
So yeah, guys, we're gonna be live Tuesday. We're gonna be with Raider Nation Against the World. I don't know he's coming, but they're having an event too on the 9th. But that's up in LA. They're doing something. I forgot what it was, but then I think in July they're gonna have another one at the bonfire at the in the coast or something like that. So they invited all of us. So we might go to that. I'll talk to my boys and stuff like that once we get it all worked out. But yeah. So June 8th, make sure you guys get your tickets. Tuesday we'll be live, and we'll be talking about it a little bit more, promoting it. And remember, Wednesday is going to be the last time you guys can actually get those tickets, stuff like that, man. We appreciate everybody that's going to show up. You know what I mean? We will be live, and it's going to be my first time podcasting out of the house. So Tuesday, we're going to have a special show. Me and Gravy will be in the same place, running the test, see what it is, and we'll have a good time on Tuesday, man. But Mob, it was always a pleasure, bro. We will see you on Saturday.
Thank you.
Definitely. Yeah,
Always,
yeah, man.
Can't wait to see you. Can't wait to see you, Mob.
Yeah. Thank you guys for everybody that pulled up. I'm gonna just give a couple shout outs to Andre and Andrea Love, Crossing Borders. I thought you gave us 40,000, but $10 donation. I love it.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
Yeah, appreciate you.
I better get my cut on that right now too.
I want
speak English.
I want 15,000 pesos.
15,000. There you go. Raider Travis with the $5. Anonymous Raider with the $10 too. Appreciate you guys. Everybody. We appreciate all you guys, man. I always tell everybody around these parts, be thankful for what you do, God, what you don't. Don't drink and drive. And on 3, how we always leave it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Raiders! See you guys on Tuesday. Have a good night. Peace.